Well, hello there, my sweet Geminis. It is so good to see you again. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I'm Mary Sue, and I'm grateful that you're here. We are going to be doing your August career and money reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We're going to start off with your soul traveler's card and your animal spirit energy. So we have in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. Oh my goodness. You know, I do a really short kind of meditation pre-reading before I turn on the camera. And Gemini, yours was pretty incredible. But, you know, the energy in the pre-reading doesn't necessarily always come out on camera. And so I am like really feeling this energy of, you know, this sense of deserving what you are about to receive. So I really love that. Oh my goodness, such a lovely feeling. And then wasp spirit, sometimes things sting. No, sometimes life stings, yes. So, you know, honestly, Gemini, you've been through this. You've been through the sting in life. And you've had the perseverance, the resilience to pick yourself up and start all over again. And Gemini, you know, you are really good at that. You're a mutable sign. You are quick to forgive and forget, okay? You may want to maybe not forget as much after this big sting, but you are always so willing to forgive, to step into that energy of let bygones be bygones in some situations. The thing is that is not condoning what anyone has done to you, whether it's in your career and money sector or whether it's in, you know, a relationship. It does not matter. The thing is that when we can step into that arena of forgiveness, we allow ourselves to move forward in our own lives. It's when we get stuck in what somebody has done to us, when life has, you know, stung us, when we get stuck in that is when we can't move on. And I feel like you know, your August reading, or it may have been your weekly reading for this week, there was something about letting something finally go. Because Gemini, the wonderful thing about being able to forgive and forget means that you do allow yourselves to pick yourselves up and move on in life. But the other thing is that you also tend to sometimes think that people will come around to seeing things the way you see them. And in some certain situation, whether it's a relationship or career, money sector, somebody in your past, you know, just isn't willing to see things your way. Gemini, you're a dreamer, you're a doer, you're a creator. Not all signs see the world the same way, in such a loving way as you do. And, you know, there was something about a funeral, you know, actually doing a funeral for something that you really loved at one time, whether it's a person, a dream, a goal, you know, some aspiration. You had to come to the realization it was not going to happen. And you know, a lot of you that watched that reading and then commented about how it was, you know, truly a grieving of something in the past that didn't work out. I feel like you're moving on from that. That kind of happened with that, you know, new moon in Leo energy. We had Chiron going in retrograde. It was kind of a crazy end of July, right? And now stepping into August, we have, you know, the full moon in Aquarius on the 8th. We have Lionsgate on the 8th, and we have the full moon in Aquarius on the 11th of August. Both of these are about putting yourself back out there. You know, dreaming big and going for it. And I feel like that is what you are doing. You are finally allowing some dream or dream of a relationship to finally be dropped, you know, emotionally. I think you've been out of the situation for some time, but it's kind of like, yes, I am finally ready to move on. The thing is that in that reading, it came out that you you kind of identified with something that you lost in that relationship or something. Something that really like put a big ding in your self-confidence about yourself. You've healed from that. You're ready to move on from that. That was, the silver lining of that whole situation was that you have, stepped into this energy of just realizing, yeah, I got to be me. I need to move on and find my soul tribe, people that really and truly love me for who I am. Okay, so let's go get some details about this because I love this energy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's that fear. Okay, to be honest, I think this is the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs that you finally are putting to an end. That was part of that funeral, putting to rest, allowing something to be put to rest, a limiting belief about yourself. And I really feel like it came from, it could have been more than one situation in the past, but it was a lot of baggage, that you have been carrying around. And Gemini, you're not one to like flaunt your baggage, right? That's why everybody loves you. You're very good at putting a smile on your face and moving forward. But there was something that was really holding you back. And now I feel like you have allowed yourself to move away from that, to put it to rest, to understand, okay, that's not coming back. That option, that door is closed. And now I can turn and look to my future. Oh my gosh. Very nice. Okay, King of Pentacles, legacy wealth. Coming in after this difficult ending, getting back on your horse. That's what they're saying, getting back on your horse. Ready to jump through fire to get it to bring into fruition a new dream that you have for yourself. So here's your present energy. I'm going to say, yeah, it has the number 8 there. I was going to say, I think this is the energy that you are coming into around the Lion's Gate, which is August 8th. There is this energy of, okay, you see how he has his arms out to the side, his chest wide open, his heart chakra, sharing everything, his joy for life. The Queen of Wands is very vivacious, charismatic, very business savvy, very self-confident, ready to take on the world. Both of these are energies about taking on the world. And this is, your energy, Gemini. And I especially think as we get closer and closer to that Lion's Gate and then that full moon in Aquarius. The full moon in Aquarius, Gemini, is a great time for you to launch like a new business or a new website or something new that you are putting out into the world. So this is that energy of just stepping into your confidence, of saying, yeah, I'm not allowing this. Dead weight. There's dead weight. I'm not allowing this dead weight to hold me back anymore. That baggage, whatever it was. And once again, I feel like you had done quite a bit of work trying to release. Yeah, look at this world. You're ready to step into this whole new world. This energy of understanding that, it takes time for us to truly heal the final bits of some very difficult things. And, with this wasp spirit, it wasn't just a little obstacle. It was a huge tower moment. For some of you, it could have been, 2 or 3 tower moments, all in a very short amount of time. You could have gotten stung not just once, but 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and each sting just took more and more out of you. Think about it. There, if you, I used to be a teacher, and, students in my class, especially, I taught everything from 3rd to 8th grade, but like 3rd and 4th grade, if they had ever been stung by a bee, they were really, there was a lot of fear. If they saw a bee out on the playground, they were just really, frightened. Some of the children were truly frightened, especially students that maybe were allergic to bees, they would be truly frightened. So it's, it's about, I feel like you've been stung. It's like you've had this bee sting or a couple of bee stings, and it kind of put you into that fear of, well, I don't want to go outside and play anymore, because if I go outside, then I might get stung by a bee, because the bees are out there. They're not in my house. And so I feel like for some of you, you had to work through this fear. You know, it was a very deep wound. And to really take the time to heal that. It was like an onion, peeling back an onion. And finally, you were able to get to the core of that limiting belief or the fear, the self-doubt that you had. But now you're really stepping into your own. I'd love to hear in the comments, have you felt, lighter, let's just say lighter, more positive, not feeling as much doubt, especially since that new moon in Leo, that was July 28th. The energies are definitely changing, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay, look at this. Okay, Four of Pentacles, still kind of holding on, understanding your worth. The Four of Pentacles also represents understanding your worth and now protecting yourself, whether it is your own finances or just your sense of worth in yourself, protecting it and not maybe quite yet ready to share. I feel like you're coming into the energy of sharing it because there was, that Eight of Swords right here is coming up with that self-doubt, and the Knight of Swords is the energy of, I'm going to put a smile on my face and fake it till I make it, right? And Gemini, I think you're really good at that, which is a really nice trait to have. You don't wallow. You don't wallow at all. Whereas some people wallow, Geminis don't wallow. They just pick themselves up and keep on going. But I feel like you really were. You just kept on going for some time. Now I feel like you really have done all that work. You may have had to, be solitary for a while, go into that hermit energy, right? But now you're inspired. You're kind of like, okay, wait a minute. I see my worth. And look at this cherry underneath there. I see my worth, and now I am willing to protect who I am, my identity. Who I am as a person, perhaps as, a healer, a teacher, a guide. I know who I am. I'm staying in my truth, and I'm going to try to go out there and inspire other people. Out of our pain comes our purpose. And you have done, we cannot go out there and help heal others, or lead others or teach others until we actually go through it ourselves. And it's interesting. I feel like you have done that work, and now you're inspired to go help other people to also go on this journey of healing or self-discovery. Once again, as a teacher, one of the interesting things is that, one of the best ways to learn something is to teach it. I could tell you, if you want to know anything that a third, fourth, fifth grader knows, or should know, I can probably teach it to you pretty well, because you learn as a teacher that there's not just one way to teach it. Students learn in different ways, so you have to come up with different ways to help your students to understand things in a way that works for them. And I feel as if what you have gone through, your stings, has given you this opportunity to understand how other people may feel, how life takes, when we go through those stings, it takes a chunk of our self-esteem out. But you have overcome that, and now you can step into this energy of really, because you experience that, you can connect with your customers or whoever you're trying to reach, with your spiritual gifts and talents, your creative abilities. And because of that, you will be so successful. So, if this has not come very easily to you, it's been a long journey. Not to worry, because I feel like you are through that end of the healing process, and now things are going to flow for you. So let's take a look at your resistance. Four of Cups and taking steps. This is a little bit of this fear popping in again and saying, well, Gemini, you finally healed from this sting. You finally healed. Are you sure you want to go back out there? Like, if You go out on the playground and play at recess, there's a good chance there could be a bee out there. There could be a bee. You know, one of the things when I had students that were afraid of bees, you know, and it was to tell them how many times, did you play outside and not get stung by a bee? I mean, as a teacher, I would say maybe we would encounter one bee sting a year, right? And, it's kind of like, this is the energy of, nope, every time I go outside, I get stung. It's like all or nothing. And now you're kind of coming out of this energy of understanding. It's, they're saying put, your big toe in the water. It's kind of like, sometimes you just have to put yourself out there a little bit at a time in order for you to build your confidence, If the water is cold, you take a couple of steps in, then you come back out, and then go in a little bit further, come back out. It's okay if that's what it takes for you to do. Geminis are pretty straightforward, though. I can see you just jumping into the deep end and saying, oh, well, it'll work out. Yes. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay, Lover's card on the bottom, your energy. I love this. Making choices that are good for you. I feel like there is a little bit of an energy of moving away from perhaps trying to please other people. Part of this process might be that you realized that you were getting stung when you were trying to please other people. So you could have been making decisions in your life, in your career and money sector, even in your relationships, okay? Based on what other people wanted for you or what the people around you wanted, right? And you weren't quite making decisions based on what you wanted. So then you would get stung, right? And the thing that really hurt about this sting is that the whole time you were trying to make somebody else happy. And then it's kind of like they got upset, or you could have had this happen 2 or 3 times. Somebody got upset with you, but the whole thing is that you were trying to make them happy because Gemini, you are mutable, a little bit people pleaser. So I feel like it was a double whammy, right? Because if you're trying to make somebody happy and then they're upset with you, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, not only was I giving up what I really wanted, now you're mad at me because I gave up what I wanted so that you'd be happy. So I feel like you're moving away from that energy. You're getting into this energy of the Queen of Swords. You know what you want for yourself. You're no longer going to put yourself in situations where your heart gets hurt. And your heart, once again, this is career or money, but where you are disappointed. The 3 of Swords is disappointment. And once again, your relationships could have had something to do with your career and money, but this could be losing a job, losing a business, losing business opportunities because you were trying to make somebody else happy. Now you realize, you know what? I have to make decisions that are based on me. And that is exactly what the Lover's card is. It's your energy, but it's also the old Tarot choice card. It's about making decisions that are good for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't take anybody else into consideration, especially if you have young children or something like that, right? But it's this energy of, I'm going to look at all the facts, and you're good at that, Gemini, right? Being an air sign, I'm going to look at all the facts, but in the end, I'm going to go with what makes me happy, what's good for me. Yeah, we have Libra coming into balance within yourself, within your life, within your relationships. I think you're building better, healthier boundaries, understanding that, yes, there are certain things that you want in life with this Queen of Swords, and you're going to keep your eye on the prize and bring yourself into balance by making choices that are good for you. And this brings you into this lovely new world, stepping into a new world. Yeah, really interesting energy here because once again, it's that energy of doing what is best for you will help you to bring the success in your career money sector that you really want. Gemini, you really are such a people person. You really enjoy people. And And you could have, the up until this point in your life, you could have been really focused maybe on your relationships and struggled in that area. And now you're kind of realizing, there's something bigger for me to do in my career and money sector. You may not have, I'm not saying you haven't worked on your career and money sector, because doing your readings, I know that you have, but it's almost like taking the focus off of your relationships for a little bit and staying really in alignment with what it is that you want for yourself. Really lovely energy. Okay, so here's your advice. We have the Nine of Swords with planning and action. The message I'm getting here is, you still have this lingering fear here. So the Spirit wants you to know, in order, you could be having trouble sleeping at night. That energy is kind of in the cosmos right now anyway, but whatever you are worried about, it's really about taking action, planning, strategizing, so that you don't allow these limiting beliefs, these fears, to hold you back. So if you're worried about your finances, it's going and talking to professional financial advisors that can give you the advice that you need. If you're concerned about starting a new business and the legalities of it, maybe you go ahead and hire an attorney to walk you through that process, right? If you're starting a brand new business, maybe you do network with some other people that are in a similar business so you can plan and take action against the obstacles that they hit when they first started their business. There's this energy here of, my fears are holding me back from taking action on what it is that I want to create. But the antidote, the antidote to that poison of fear, okay, is, to seek out the information that will help you to navigate your fears, to put your fears to rest. It's kind of like, if you had something that was bothering you in your body, right? You might first get on the internet, which is not a good thing to do when you're having a physical ailment, but we all do it. You get on the internet and then you scroll down, you see what that says. And then if you're still concerned, you go to a doctor, you go to a professional to talk about it, to run tests or whatever. You get the information so that you know how to proceed if there is something wrong with you, right? And if there isn't, then you get that clean bill of health and you can sleep again at night. It's that same type of energy here about really just getting the professional advice. So Gemini, one of the things is that in the past, you may have sought out, advice from family members or from friends or colleagues or something like that, your next door neighbor. You may have sought out advice from people like that. Maybe in a way to save money, okay? It doesn't matter. The thing here is that I feel like you're being asked to find the professional help that you may need, to not skimp, because there's something big coming your way. So it's like, I feel like your intuition, your fears at this time could be a little bit of your intuition saying, yeah, I don't know how to set up an LLC, or do I even need an LLC? Something like that. And then you go and you talk to a lawyer, of course, you can get recommendations for a lawyer that you're going to trust, but then you just go and you find out the information. Don't waste a lot of time and energy. I guess that's what one of the things here is about. Don't waste time and energy being worried about things that you could easily solve if you went and sought out professional assistance in it. So let's see. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. High Priestess. Yeah. The energy of listening to your intuition. Yeah. So we have this conflict. Okay. It could be internal conflict. This can be also competition. This could be family and friends having their say. This can be kind of gossipy type of thing. I think that this is part of your fears, just this kind of like, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Do I need an LLC? And some of your family members might be saying yes and others saying no. And you're kind of like, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go talk to a lawyer and find out if you do or not, right? It's that type of energy because we have the Tower moment. I feel like your success is coming in and it's coming in very quickly. So anything that your intuition is picking up on, okay? So there's a difference between intuition and fear, okay? Fear is that, your pulse races, your heart races, you can't sleep at night, anxiety, okay? That's different than your intuition. Your intuition is kind of calm, and you might be, say you're running errands and on the radio, there's 3 commercials for an attorney, or something like that. Your intuition is planting those seeds about something that you may need to take care of. It could be even in this reading. Like something's coming out in this reading. You're like, yeah, I wonder if I do need a LLC. Because here we have the 3 of Cups. You are going to be celebrating. Here you are with the King of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Cups and the Magician. You are all over this. And the King of Pentacles. My goodness. I feel like you are actually, these are court cards. These are people I think that you're coming into contact with. The King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles. These are people that are bringing you some of the wisdom that you may need that will also help you to pull in the characteristics of those court cards too. So legacy wealth with the King of Pentacles, very business savvy, Queen of Cups, making decisions based on what is good for you. Okay, and keep staying in that loving spot in your heart when you're dealing with your customers or your clients. And then the King of Swords, being very analytical, going straight forward, having a plan and following the plan. And I think that that is part of this. Having a plan and sticking to the plan, Gemini, will help you to feel a little bit less fearful, because you'll, especially if you go to a professional or something like that, they'll lay out the plan. You're like, okay, I just have to, it's like a recipe for success. Look at it that way, right? I'm going to follow this plan. Doesn't mean you might not tweak it a little bit, but Gemini, you can be the type of person that flits from one idea to the next, right? It's about, okay, I'm going to follow this plan and I'm going to follow it to the letter for, I don't know, however long, right? And then I'll reassess with that King of Swords, okay? I'm going to do this for a month, then I'll reassess. And if I need to tweak the plan, I'll tweak the plan. But it's by having that plan and following the plan. It's a recipe for success. Yeah, because here's your 8 of Pentacles, working on your success and having it come into fruition for you. I mean, I really feel with that Tower card, you're going to be so busy with this 8 of Pentacles. I feel like your success comes in almost overnight. I think that was in a reading that you had months ago. And sometimes we think things are delayed. They're really, if you think about it, in the scope of life, a couple of months is not that long, right? It seems long when we're going through it. But I feel like you're coming into this overnight success, and the universe has just been cleaning some stuff up for you, so that when the success comes in, you'll be in the right frame of mind, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and also physically. Okay, so here is your manifestation card, support. I surround myself with supportive people who believe in my dreams. Okay, Gemini, that is coming out again. If you have family members or friends that, aren't truly believing in your dream, it's about really taking a good look at that. Like, how much time are you spending with people that don't believe in you, right? It's about stepping into that energy of, that King of Swords, that Queen of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords here. Putting away the people in your life that are causing conflict or putting you in a sense of fear. It's about, somebody saying something about your business or something, and then you go down in that rabbit hole. It's about, no, I'm just going to go find out the facts. I'll go hire somebody to let me know. There could be even family members that are saying that they're trying to help you. Okay. And all they're doing is getting you twisted up in your head. Yeah, they're saying, I know this might just be for one or two of you, something about manager. You may need to hire a manager. I don't know who that would, maybe if managers. Those are like, creative people have managers or agents. You may need an agent, something like that. You may be trying to be your own PR person. And it may be time to hire a PR person, maybe somebody that helps you with branding or managing your life, your work life, trying to get your name out there. You may be trying just to do too much by yourself. I think that came out in your August reading. So direction, switch gears, reboot, and try a new and different direction. Yeah, I think what I'm getting with this, the new direction that you need here is finding the professional assistance, okay? the help, hiring professional people to help you go to the next step. I think you're trying to do it by yourself, or you're trying to not spend maybe a lot of money on it, so you're using family members or friends or neighbors to kind of, give you advice or whatever. It's time to say, no, this is important to me, and I'm willing to put more money into investing in my future, investing in how big I'm going to be, because honestly, Gemini, I'm getting a sense it's coming, and it's coming very soon. It's about preparing, almost like pretending, stepping into the energy of truly feeling like you are already successful. So what people do you need to have in your life? What support? Because we have support here. What support are you going to need in your life when this does come in? And it's like preparing for that now, putting those people, those things, those plans, that schedule, whatever it is that you need into place, put it into place now, because this is coming in very soon. All right. Well, Gemini, I just love your readings. I really do. They're so fascinating. So I'll leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.